And we are live tonight with Android Coliseum, and this is show number Hangout 132, September 16th, and it's a nice Wednesday here in Ottawa. How about yourself, Andrew?
You know what? It wasn't too bad here. I'm in Steinbach, Manitoba, just outside of Winnipeg.
Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm having about plus 35 degrees right now. How's it over in Alberta right now? Or Manitoba, sorry.
Alberta, well, that two provinces over, but you know what? It actually wasn't too bad. I think we peaked out about 24, and currently, if I grab my phone, I'm thinking we're sitting probably around 18 would be my guess.
No, that's not too bad, actually. That's actually pretty nice.
15. 15 and overcast. Okay, so it's a little bit off, but still.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, not bad at all. So tonight we got a couple of topics that are going to be interesting, and one of the first topic that we're actually going to take a look at is Qualcomm's Quick Charge 3.0, which was actually just announced today. And from what I've been able to see about Qualcomm's Quick Charge 3.0 is we're going to be able to go from 0 to 80% in 35 minutes. Now, this is definitely much faster than the current Quick Charge 2.0, and it should be available somewhere around probably spring of next year. We're looking at having the Snapdragon 820, 620, 618, 617, and the 430 version, which should support the Quick Charge 3.0. So what's your take on that, Andrew?
You know what? The Quick Charge 3.0 sounds absolutely fantastic, especially if it's supported and adopted across the major carriers. That is the biggest thing. Now, a lot of people are going to go, well, is it compatible with Quick Charge 2.0? Do I have to buy a new charger? Do I have to buy new cables? And that sort of thing. Now, from my understanding, if you have a Quick Charge 3.0 enabled phone and you plug it into a Quick Charge 2.0 charger, you're only going to get 2.0.
That's pretty much it.
Now,
so
likewise,
we're going to take a moment here just to welcome Cass back with us.
Oh, yes.
Hey, some technical difficulties?
No, I didn't. Shaw did.
Shaw did. All right. So how's it doing over there for the temperature-wise in your area?
Oh, yes. We are cold. Farmers are probably going to be committing hara-kiri soon.
Oh.
Falling on their big, heavy machinery that's sitting in a field.
No doubt. We were just talking about the Quick Charge 3.0 from Qualcomm, and I was asking Andrew what his thoughts were on it, and what are yours?
Actually, I think it's great. I think this really does do a lot to diffuse the argument about not having removable batteries, because most people are around some kind of charger for like half an hour, and that should get them through a commute. And if it won't, then to me, you would have something like, like you have that backpack that would...
Yeah, like a portable power supply or something, right?
Or something similar to this. I mean, you carry this around with you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now, was there any word about car chargers?
You know what? There was no mention about car chargers that I've been able to see that will support Quick Charge. But I know some companies are actually developing Quick Charge technology for in your car. So,
right.
I mean, it's probably going to be an off-the-market version type of thing, but who knows exactly? I mean, I've seen them, but I haven't tried them or tested them yet. So if anybody has any information on the Quick Charge 2.0 right now that does exist for car, let us know.
Absolutely.
For sure.
All right, we will move on to our next topic, which is the LG event for October 1st. Apparently, we may be seeing a Nexus being presented to the world for its new class from Google, and as well as, if I was reading this correctly, the V10, a smartphone with a secondary ticker display, which should be unveiled October 1st as well. So this should be interesting to see what LG is going to be bringing up this year and what's going to be coming out, and see what they're going to make. I mean, we've all know that there are two Nexus devices coming, and hopefully they do deliver as they did before. I mean, everybody's loving the LG G4 from what I can see, which is the flagship right now. So hopefully they will deliver as well for Google.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And now we also have something else. I mean, Google related again, the Google Camera 3.0 with a lot of features apparently, bring it in line with similar software that OEMs have. We do have some interesting options such as Smart Burst creations and animated GIFs. We also have the slow motion, the Dual lens detection, the auto HDR, and apparently there's going to be more. All this information is available on Android Police. They've been leaking out some information about the sneak peek of the upcoming camera. And what do you guys think about this? I mean, Google-wise, though.
Well, you know what? I've always been a little disappointed in the Google Camera app. Now, I haven't had a chance to really run a lot with it on my G3, but in previous phones that I've tried it on, it's never been quite up to snuff with the built-in software. Now, with this new version that's leaked, it sounds like it could give the baked-in camera app a run for its money, whether you're running an LG, whether you're running a Samsung. It definitely sounds like good stuff.
No, that's true. I mean, if Google can deliver on what they're doing with this app, I mean, it might rival some of like the best app we've seen for cameras, such as the one on the LG and the one on the Sony devices. What's your take on that, Cass?
Well, I tend to agree with Andrew. I've never been that impressed with the Google app. Mind you, I've always had Samsung phones until now, and their camera apps are fantastic.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's really hard. You come from that to, well, like, what? What? Where's my sound in motion? Where's my, you know, all those little fun things that you get used to?
So feeling underwhelmed.
Well,
yeah, just a little.
Not just the amount of features available, but I found the image quality as well. I mean, the sensor is a sensor, right? But your LG or your Samsung or whatever have the post-processing that's baked into their camera app.
Yeah.
Whereas the Google, it just uses whatever is dumped straight from the sensor. They have no post-processing. So I always came away, it's like, I'll just go back to this, whatever's built in, right?
And that's how I felt too. Like, and I have to admit, I really got burned by the Google Nexus. So not the Samsung Galaxy Nexus device. And holy man, did I ever get angry by being sucked in by that. Just angry. And it really turned me off Nexus devices. I don't care. People go, well, you know, Samsung was updating. I do not care. They lied, and they did some kind of switcheroo thing and gave me crap camera quality for 2 stupid years while I was stuck with that phone.
Amen. I got the same thing.
So never again, eh?
Never again, and I'm telling you, I will not ever buy a Nexus device either. I don't care who says that these are the greatest things compared to sliced bread. I do not care. I do not believe you. I think that you're just some kind of fanboy who can't see negative things.
All right, well, there we go. We have it directly from Cass.
And that's how I really feel.
No doubt. So
where's the +1 button where I can click for Cass? Because that was I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, there's no +1, but it'd be practical.
Yeah.
So next on our list, we've got Apple that just released something today, and Andrew, let us know what you feel about that one.
Well, you know what? It's interesting because, you know, this is the Google. You go on Google Play and you've got all sorts of developers from all over the world, and today up popped one from Apple. Yes, indeed, they have launched their very first app for Android, and it is called Move to iOS. Now, I don't have an iOS device to play with, but I'm looking at it, and it looks like all it really helps you do is move your photos, your messages, and contacts over to your iOS device of choice, whether it would be an iPhone or an iPad. Now, why you would need an app for this, I'm not entirely sure, because I'm fairly certain a lot of this stuff would be tied to your Google account, which you would be taking with you anyway. But that being said, I would love to hear once if somebody uses it, what their thoughts are. I'm just taking a quick look at the reviews, and it's got a 1.8. I haven't read the reviews, but it's got 157 5-star and 615 1-stars. So, if you've tried it, if you've used it, give us a shout. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, I can't see this being any really useful because if you load your account into your, let's say, an iPhone device, basically it's going to pull down your email, your calendar items, and okay, sure, it's not going to bring all your photos over and your messages, but honestly, I know a lot of people will just want to have everything transferred over. They'll want to have their latest and greatest text messages that they had, and I can give a crap about that personally. As long as I have access to my email and my contact, I don't care about the rest.
Yeah, the rest is gravy.
But isn't it most of the Google stuff on the cloud anyway? So your photos, they get uploaded to Photos, and then you can look at them. Your music is in Music.
Well,
like I'm just not seeing. I'm not seeing the point of this. And I wonder how many people really gave that 1 star because it's to transfer data to Apple, and that's just stupid. Man, I'm opinionated tonight. Sorry.
The only thing I'm looking at this is for people who may want text messages transferred. There's an app that I use. It's called SMS Backup and Restore. It'll back it up. You can fire it off to multiple cloud devices, which once you're on your iOS device of choice, your iPad, your iPhone, you can then access Google Drive, Dropbox, whatever, pull that file down and zap it back into your text messages. You don't lose anything.
Exactly.
So, personally, I'm like, okay, way to go, Apple. You're reaching out to a potential market here, there. They're very good at marketing. I will never deny that, but overall usefulness, I'm just not seeing it here. I really don't get it. But hey, I'm an Android guy, so maybe I don't think like an iPhone lover. I don't know. I don't get it.
I keep saying, I mean, if you're using an iPhone, there's 2 things. You can't figure out how to use a real smartphone, and you need a Fisher-Price candy one. So let's go with Apple. There you go. Done.
Yeah.
There are people that do just prefer Apple.
The simpleness of things.
Yep.
I just find it hard to believe that. Well, I guess there are people that set up your phone for you and store it too. Like I have people say, "Well, did you want me to set up your phone?" And I said, enter my address.
No.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've had that same experience. We go into a store, I'm like, I want that phone, and yeah, okay, just give it to me. Here's money, good, awesome. And then they look at you like, would you like me to help you transfer your files? I'm like, and I look at them and I'm like, how about I just plug in my Google account plus my password, and everything's just going to show up by itself. They're just like, huh? Like, blows my mind.
Yeah, well, some people just, yeah.
Yeah, we'll move on.
Yeah, we'll move on because we can keep talking about that all night. Something else on our list that Siobhan and Ryan do enjoy a lot with their kids. It's Minecraft, and Minecraft is going to have a little something special on October 15th. Story mode is actually coming to Minecraft. Yay! So there's going to be a story behind Minecraft versus just the standard. You go in, you play, and build stuff. There's going to be some more context, more substance to the environment. So it should be interesting for any kids of any age, really. Even myself. I mean, I've played Minecraft a bit just to test it out. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Dean's going to be enjoying his Minecraft with Ryan and
I'm sure.
and whatnot. So this should be. I'm looking forward to see what Siobhan and Ryan are going to say about the story mode in Minecraft once they do have it. So probably something we should expect to see for the Hangout mid-October.
I think that's a great idea too, because I think it'll help even more people get engaged. More people like me who have no idea about wandering aimlessly around a landscape and building things. I need help.
And you know what? I mean, it's gonna be the next evolution of Minecraft where it's going to tie it into what the environment is. There's a story behind. They'll be able to expand the story, get more content for it,
Mhm.
to interest various crowd to actually join into the environment.
I think it'll work well too. Like they're using Minecraft more in schools and stuff like that. And
Right.
I think that having a story mode really helps from the educational aspect.
I see
So,
Minecraft like what Second Life was before, like I'd say about 5-10 years ago. So,
It could be. Yeah, I mean, Second Life I was never into that much, and Minecraft I don't know how to play. So
hang on, I think.
so we'll move on to our next topic, which is
what's this?
the BlackBerry Venice, and it's actually a real device. So I'll let Andrew take that one off for a bit.
You know what? This being my first Hangout, this is kind of cool. This is a device that I've been kind of drooling over since I first heard the rumors. Now, me and Rob are both fairly excited about this one. Um, my first smartphone was a BlackBerry, the old BlackBerry Pearl 81,000 or 8100 series. And ever since then, I've always kind of had a soft spot for these BlackBerry. Now, looking at this, I'm looking at the pictures and been reading about it. It looks like it's going to be running a fairly stock version of Android, which is good. I was a little worried they were going to be mucking around with Android at its core. The device itself, from a hardware standpoint, running a Snapdragon 808. Apparently, it's going to be clocked at 1.8 gigahertz and packing 3 gigs of RAM. They're talking about a launch in November on all U.S. carriers. Now, how much that's going to hit Canada and which carriers it's going to land on, I guess it's kind of wait and see at this point. But the pictures pictures look good from the articles I've read over. Um, Android gestures will be there. Your swipe up from home. Um, it sounds like it's going to be there. Now, how that's going to tie in with the BlackBerry gestures is a bit of an unknown at this point. And Martin was talking as well that he's really hoping that they nail down BlackBerry Hub and tie that in with Android itself. Now, again, we're not seeing a whole lot of hands-on time yet. Right now, all we have is pictures of the device, but it's looking really good. Final note on the camera, I believe that one is going to be packing an 18 megapixel with optical image stabilization, which for people like me with caffeine addiction and shaky hands that come as a result, that optional image stabilization is a wonderful thing. So again, launch hopefully in November. That's what they're talking, and hopefully we see it landing on some of the major carriers here in Canada.
Like you just mentioned, I mean, the one thing I want from BlackBerry on an Android device is their godforsaken hub. I mean,
Indeed.
it combines everything: messages, notification, email, everything. I mean,
And
that's the only piece of technology I want.
well, and you know what? The one thing that I still miss from the BlackBerry Pearl, and I mean that was running OS 4.5. We're on BlackBerry's on what, 10 point something now, maybe 11.
10.32.
So okay, great 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 grandfather of the current OS, right? But even so, I miss the unified inbox that 4.5 had. Everything lands in a central hub. You can pick through, all your notifications are there. You don't have to jump from Facebook into Google Plus, into your email, back to Twitter, back to your work email, back to your personal email. It's all in one hub. You hop in there, boom, it's there. And I think, man, if Android could nail that or steal it from BlackBerry or whatever, man, that would be awesome.
Gold star.
Well, I'm certain. I don't know that I would use the. I don't think I would use the keyboard. But if they do good enough with the, like, do well with the actual touchscreen part, because that's what really went wrong with the, was it the Torch?
The Storm was first. Storm was kind of the first touchscreen BlackBerry, and the initial Storm was a flop. Storm 2, which I don't think we had here in Canada, seemed to be a little bit better from what I remember back in my Crackberry days, just reading the forums and whatnot. Then after that, I believe the Torch was also a touchscreen, and that was a little bit better, also a slider. But again, it seemed like instead of nailing the best of both worlds, they kind of flopped on everything.
Yeah.
So I have high hopes for this. I'm just taking another look at the pictures here. And
it's a nice looking device.
It looks nice, and I'm looking especially at the slider mechanism from what I can tell, and it looks like they've really, I would say, almost over-engineered it, not in a clunky way, but in a fairly elegant way that it looks like it's going to be a solid piece. So I actually have high hopes for this, not just because I kind of want one, but because this could be a very good device for BlackBerry, and hopefully give them a little bit more, a little bit bigger chunk of the consumer market. Hopefully this will take off in the corporate world as well. And hey, BlackBerry's Canadian. It's a Canadian company. I wish them all the best. I hope this works well for them.
Hey,
well,
definitely.
you know, there's a lot, like, there is certainly a lot coming up in the next, like, quarter, perhaps even, because Nokia's going to come, or Nokia, however you say that, is coming back.
Yeah.
BlackBerry's coming in with Android, and I thought I heard rumors of Microsoft doing an Android phone.
I heard rumors of that too. No, I didn't.
And let's not forget that Microsoft is Nokia. Nokia is Microsoft.
I thought they had separated now, but you know, and then there's all the other ones like Alcatel and all those other, you know, where I think Android is finally mature to the point where even in the midline, there's just so many features that it's like now, even if you don't buy the top of the line, depending on what you want to do with it, it just doesn't matter.
Well, and you know what? I was actually just talking with a coworker about the wonderful gift that you guys sent out to me. Woohoo! This is the new ZTE. I'm actually kind of blown away by this thing. I really am. I ran it.
Better than that Nexus.
Well, way better than the Nexus. But what blew me away, I couldn't believe this. Just doing what I normally do, flipping screens, jumping app to app, it's as fast, if not faster, than my G3.
And it's a mid-range.
It's a mid-range. And here's the other thing. I didn't realize how much I'd gotten used to the screen on the G3, but even though G3 has UHD resolution, the ZTE is brighter as far as overall, you know, brightness, but the colors are more accurate. I'd forgotten how washed out the G3 is. If you go back and read reviews on it, that's a common complaint, and I've just kind of gotten used to it, right? I'd forgotten what a nice, bright, vivid screen looked like till I turned this thing on. I'm like, whoa, love those colors. So yeah, it's a mid-range device. It's what, $250 Canadian, I think, something like that. Fantastic.
And
that's going to be what BlackBerry's going to be competing with, though, too. Like, so they're really going to have to bring not just an A game, but like a phenomenal triple A game.
It's going to need to be out the park.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Out the park.
If they don't crush this one, and like
I think they're done.
They're done. Like, this is kind of the last gasp. I think they know that, but I don't think they. Like it's
might not be feeling it just yet.
Yeah, they might not grasp it. So I'm hoping they kill it. I'm hoping this kind of gives them a little bit more money coming in floats them along a bit longer. But if this one flops, that's
It's a
like
scary thing.
I hear you. All right, so let's move on over to one of our last topic, which is the Google On Hub, and Cass is gonna take this one away.
Well, and that phone call was just Best Buy saying that I can come and pick mine up anytime.
Woohoo!
So, yeah, that's one of those things that even my spouse asked me about. Hey, what's that Google thing they just came out with? And I said, oh, I don't know. And then Martin had talked about it. And then I looked it up, and I thought, we do have a couple of almost dead spots in our house that it would be nice. And we have just enough connected things. Like we have a PS3, a couple of computers, tablets. Our phones are connected. Well, my phone is connected when we're at home. And just enough things that it would be nice to have a good router. Not that we don't have one. And an easy to configure router. So I'm really looking forward to getting this. I guess that's how I'm going to spend my Thursday and Friday night while I'm not watching Lost Girl and stuff like that. I'll be configuring.
Well, I'm looking forward to hear your own experience. I mean, like I said earlier when we were talking, is Artham has been swearing on by the OnHub, and he's been loving the application that's set up and how easy it was, and that he's actually switched everything over to OnHub instead of his other router that he had. So everything is running on OnHub, and from one screen capture he shared with like 54 devices, and I was like, what? So
that's his fridge and stove and everything, isn't it? Washing machine.
You know what? It's everything at that point. So he's loving it. He's swearing by it. So that should be a good thing. And looking forward to see what you think about the Google On Hub and how easy it is.
Well, I'm really I remember when I got the Chromecast, and I really took a long time to put it in because I thought this is going to be one of those things where they say it's easy.
Yeah.
Yes, easy if you want to devote 10 years of your life to it. But the Chromecast, I was super impressed. They said it was easy, and it was easy. So I'm really hoping that the OnHub is the same. I can be techie and geeky if I have to be, but I'm getting old and lazy, so
quick and easy,
the
right?
The better.
You know what? Just as a side note, going back to the iOS thing, you know what? I get it. Some people just want quick and simple, but man, I don't know.
There's quick and simple, and then there's clueless and simple.
Very true.
It's not simple because you don't want to take the time. It's simple because if this doesn't work, you're not going to be able to do it at all.
Right.
And I don't think that technology should be quite that accessible, but maybe I'm just
depends.
Plug and play is nice, but at the same point, I like tech. I like to play with it. So sometimes
I like to have the option.
Yeah, sometimes plug and play is just a little too quick and easy.
Definitely. So we're gonna wrap up for tonight. I mean, our show is coming to an end, but before we end, I'd like to point out that we have 2 reviews up. One for the Belkin Wemo. I mean, I configured my home with a whole bunch of Wemo. I'm probably gonna add more. It's not done yet. I'm probably gonna configure my sound system to be Wemo, so that I can just go here, click the button, sound system, music, everything turns on by itself. We also have the Sonos Play one that I've reviewed as well, where it's a wireless speaker that delivers better music than Bose. And that's hard to beat. Very hard to
Sounds impressive.
For $299, it better be.
I would hope so.
And that concludes the show for tonight. I'm Martin, and you guys have a good night.
I'm Andrew.
Have a good night, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Take care, guys.
Good night.
Yeah.